A maid? That's what they're giving me? His eyes, dead, hollow, barely glanced at the trembling black woman standing in a borrowed wedding dress inside his ornate Seoul mansion bedroom. I asked for a bride. They sent me the help. Jasmine incense burned heavy in the air, curling smoke around red silk curtains and gold-trimmed furniture. Silk sheets whispered against mahogany wood. A crystal chandelier cast fractured light across cold marble floors. The temperature dropped. Cold wealth. Colder. Rejection. But her heart? Her heart pounded a warrior's rhythm. The same beat her grandmother taught her back in Lagos. But what they didn't know. Amara wasn't trembling from fear. Her hands were steady. Her eyes, calculating, cold, focused. This cruel man had no idea what he'd just married. What happened next would resurrect a dead man's heart. 3 days earlier, Amara scrubbed the Kim family's floors on her knees, hands raw from cold water, knees aching against unforgiving marble. Every dollar, every cent, straight to Lagos, to Mama, to her sisters. Under a flickering kitchen light, she counted one bill with trembling fingers. The Korean family walked past her, right past her. They literally didn't see her. "Amma, why does it always smell like coconut oil in here?" Amara's jaw tightened, but she said nothing. Have you ever felt invisible, like people look through you, not at you? She'd never been seen. Most people couldn't see past her skin, her accent, her braids. Comment if you've ever felt invisible in a room full of people. Midnight, pounding on her servant quarters door. 2 men in black suits. Cold eyes. Your employer can't pay her debts. But we have a solution. Business arrangement with the Park family. 1 night. Then you're free. Her grandmother's words echoed in her mind. When men promise freedom, they're selling chains. She knew it was a lie. It was always a lie, but she said yes anyway, because sometimes survival means walking into the trap. The traditional Korean wedding hall smelled of incense and expectation. Hanbok silks rustled. Ceremonial drums echoed through stone corridors. Amara stood in a borrowed white wedding dress, 2 sizes too big. Korean guests whispered behind silk fans. Is that the help? They dressed her up? Park Jae-won must have angered someone powerful. This is punishment. Then he entered. Black suit. Dead black suit. Dead eyes. Walking like a ghost through his own wedding. His men flanked him. Weapons concealed but present. Seoul's most feared mafia boss. The man who hadn't smiled in 3 years. Not since the night his fiancée died in his arms during a rival clan massacre. The officiant spoke words neither of them heard. You may kiss the bride. Jae-won turned away. Skip it. This isn't real. Amara's fists clenched, but her face stayed stone. She'd been invisible before, but never on her wedding day. They walked to his mansion in separate cars. The wedding was over, but the wedding night, that would change everything. Because what happened when they were finally alone, no one could have predicted. The bedroom door slammed shut. Jae-won poured whiskey. Didn't offer her any. Sleep on the floor. Don't touch anything. You'll be gone by morning. He turned his back to her. Conversation over. Then her voice cut through the silence. Soft, steady, dangerous. You don't scare me. Jae-won froze, glass halfway to his lips. Silence. He slowly turned. Excuse me? I said, you don't scare me. She stepped closer. You think cruelty makes you powerful, but I've seen powerful men. Real ones. Her braided crown caught moonlight through the window. You're just tired. His voice dropped, low, dangerous. You have no idea what you're talking about. His hand shot out. grabbed her wrist to silence her, and then something impossible happened. An electrical shock surged through his body. His pulse, dead for 3 years, kicked like thunder. Blood rushed where only numbness had lived. His breath caught. Eyes widened. What did you do? Her eyes locked on his. I didn't do anything. Your body did. He released her like she'd burned him, stumbled backward. Get out. He grabbed the whiskey bottle, hands shaking. This isn't real. This isn't. Where exactly do you expect me to go? You married me, remember? Silence. Or was that not real either? His jaw clenched. He couldn't answer. For 3 years, I've felt nothing. No anger, no joy, no. He stopped, couldn't say it. No desire. His silence was answer enough. The doctors called it psychological, trauma-induced, emotional death. His body shut down the night she died. Then why is your pulse racing now? She tilted her head, studied him. Why are you still looking at me? Outside, his men patrolled the grounds. Inside, 2 strangers drowned in something neither understood. He should have kicked her out. Instead, he did something that terrified him. Dawnlight. Amara woke on the floor. Jae-won was gone. The door was locked from the outside. Servants brought her rice porridge. They wouldn't make eye contact. Eat quickly. The family's coming. What family? The servant fled without answering. Jae-won's mother and uncle burst through the door. Designer hanbok. Cold eyes. Colder judgment. Look at her. She doesn't even speak Korean properly. This marriage is an embarrassment. What will the other families say? How much do you want? Name your price to disappear. Amara's hands shook, but she lifted her chin. I didn't ask for this. Your son's debt collector did. The door opened. Jae-won entered. His family expected him to agree with them. Instead, everyone out. But son, out! They left, shocked. He looked at Amara. Something flickered in those dead eyes. Then he left without another word. She didn't understand. Why would he protect her? He hated her, didn't he? Outside the mansion, shadows moved in the tree line. He married her, a nobody. This is his weakness. We strike tonight. Binoculars focused on the bedroom window. 3 a.m. Amara jolted awake to gunfire. Glass shattered. The bedroom window exploded. Bullets tore through silk curtains. She screamed. Jae-won crashed through the door, threw himself over her. His body became her shield. Stay down. More gunfire. Screaming. Chaos. Then silence. His men stormed in. Sir, they're gone. You're hit! Blood soaked through his white shirt. Shoulder wound. We need to get you to the doctor. Everyone out. But sir, you're bleeding. I said out. The door slammed. They were alone. He locked it. What happened next broke every rule, every boundary, every wall he'd built. Jae-won leaned against the wall, blood dripping down his arm. Take it off. What? My shirt. The bullet grazed my shoulder. You're going to fix it. Your men can... I don't trust them. I trust you. 4 words. Devastating. Her hands shouldn't have been steady, but they were. She peeled away blood-soaked fabric. His torso was a map of violence. Bullet scars, knife wounds, burn marks. Who hurt you? Everyone. She pressed gauze to the wound. He winced. Why do you care what I think? Silence. Because hurt people recognize each other. His eyes shimmered. 3 years of tears finally surfacing. I can't feel anything anymore. Haven't since she died. His hand caught hers, pressed it to his chest. But when you touched my wrist last night, his voice broke. My heart remembered how to beat. She should have run. Instead, she stayed, and everything changed. Dawn. His family stormed in with a lawyer, annulment papers, gold pen. She's nobody. A maid. This embarrasses the park name. The other families are laughing at us. Sign these. End this farce. Jae-won stood, shirt still bloody from last night. Long silence. Sign them. Amara's world cracked like ice under impossible weight. She signed. Her hand didn't shake. Crying is surrender. She wouldn't give them that. Where do I go? Back where you came from. She walked to the door, head high, heart shattered. Her hand touched the doorknob. Wait. She stopped, didn't turn around. I lied. Everyone out. Now! His family protested. He didn't hear them. The door slammed behind them. Silence. What he said next would resurrect them both. Jae-won crossed the room in 3 strides. I said I couldn't feel, but you make me feel everything. His hands cupped her face, trembling too much. It terrifies me. Tears he'd held for 3 years finally fell. Stay, please. Just stay. Why should I? Because you brought me back from the dead, and I don't know how to live without you now. What happened next wasn't just physical. It was proof. Proof he could still love. Proof she was more than invisible. They moved like 2 people starving, memorizing each other, making promises in gasps and whispered names, waves of desperate need, apocalyptic urgency, every touch saying, I'm alive because of you. Afterward, he buried his face in her chest like a child seeking comfort. His strong frame shook, not from exhaustion, but from overwhelming relief. I thought I was broken, cursed, half a man, and then you. You healed me, Amara. Tears streaming, no shame. You made me whole. 6 months later, Amara didn't scrub floors. She redesigned them. Her healing business, herbs, massage, traditional African medicine, occupied the entire east wing of the mansion. Korean clients bowed to her with respect. Thank you, Amara-si. My pain is gone. Jae-won stood in the garden, actually smiling, laughing with his men. He saw Amara, his entire face transformed. He pulled her close, whispered against her braids. They sold you to punish me. Instead, they saved me. The woman they dismissed as just a maid became the miracle that resurrected a dead man's heart. Because sometimes, the person you underestimate is exactly the person who'll change everything. Did you see that twist coming? Drop a fire emoji if this story broke you, then healed you. Comment, Team Amara or Team Jae-won? Who healed who? Have you ever felt invisible? Tell us your story below. Stories like this, where broken becomes whole. That's what we do here. Subscribe so you never miss the love story that changes everything. If you didn't subscribe, comment why. We want to know what you need. Next week, a Nigerian nurse saves a K-pop star's life, and he becomes obsessed. You won't believe what happens when his fans find out.